Disturbing flyers posted all over Brownsburg and thrown on the lawn of the superintendent. Men in masks, holding guns, calling school board members child abusers and, quote, Marxist scum, because they voted for kids to start wearing masks again as the numbers in Brownsburg skyrocket in the schools. I graduated actually high school with the president of the school board, Brownsburg, who was one of the men pictured on the flyers. His wife is actually a local pediatric ER physician who is asking you to think about this. Stop debating the wrong question. Mercy Hilton is here this morning. First of all, I just wanted to say I'm sorry. I've known Eric for, I don't know, more than 40 years probably. He's a great man, and you did not deserve to have your phone numbers and your address plastered all over with people holding guns. What were your thoughts when you saw these flyers?
Horror that people could go to those depths. And I'd like to say shout out to my husband, because honestly, when I came home that morning, I had worked the night before, he apologized to me. He said, sorry, this is happening. And he doesn't need to, he's not the one that should be apologizing.
Yeah.
This is not his fault.
Yeah.
He's just doing what he thinks is right for our student body and our teachers and staff in our schools.
There's so much anger over this issue right now. I think at last check there were like 1,000 students out at Brownsburg because of either having COVID or sitting next to somebody in the contact tracing. One of the things that I know you wanted to come on and talk about as an ER room physician, I mean, you are seeing, I think, 20-some patients in a 2-hour time period. We're talking about the hospitals being really packed right now, is that you think we're debating the wrong question when it comes to masks. You wrote an essay about it. What do you mean?
So I see a lot of debate, especially on social media, about whether or not masks prevent COVID infections. And I mean, there are questions about this, but I think that more important, the more relevant question is really, will masks in schools keep kids in school, in person? And is that best for their education?
And you believe?
I believe, yes, that masks absolutely kept kids in school last school year. Our caseload of not just COVID, but of all sorts of other infectious diseases was so low. Kids were able to, in Brownsburg especially, but in other school districts that had mandatory masking all year, they were able to have a pretty normal year other than wearing masks. And honestly, most children had no problems with wearing masks. They would prefer to be in school with a mask versus at home without a mask.
Yeah, I know there are people watching this say, no, I don't want a mandate. I don't want anyone to tell me what to do. And I think a lot of people can understand that. And you're not saying that we should wear masks forever. Right now, you're saying if it keeps kids in school, if you have 1,000 kids that have to be out because of contact tracing, because they may have gotten something, or because RSV is going around or strep throat's going around, and you have to sit out to find out if you have COVID, there is some, information out there that does show they might not be 100% masks, but they do stop at least some spread of some things.
Correct. So even cloth masks can reduce droplet transmission. So when we cough, when we sneeze, we're not spraying out individual viruses, we're spraying out droplets, droplets of saliva and secretions that carry the various germs in them. And masks are very good for reducing droplets. So you can imagine in a classroom with 20, 25 students, there's a cloud of droplets, and students, whether they're wearing masks or not, if that cloud of droplets is very heavy, they may get exposed to things. So if everybody is masked, it reduces the amount of droplet transmission, and there are, it reduces transmission of influenza, of the common cold, and probably COVID too, and that itself will keep kids in school.
And I know we're out of time, but again, you believe kids should be in school because you've seen what happens when kids aren't in school and what it does to them to be isolated. And so you're like, if the choice is a mask for a little bit or isolation, you feel like they should be in school.
Absolutely. I believe being in person in school is best for their mental and emotional health, and I believe it's best for their educational attainment. I'm afraid that there are kids who were on school virtually all of last year, and that they essentially lost an entire year of education. And that is really something as a society that is unacceptable.
Dr. Mercy Hilton, thank you. I know, and I'd like to have you come back on sometime to talk about what's going on in your ER, because I know that's really hard for you. We appreciate all you do. We're going to take a quick break, and we will be right back.